You ready? Go for a walk? Let's go. Hello, friends. We're walking the dog, and one of my pet peeves is untrained animals, if I'm being totally honest. But nonetheless, Vetter is a good boy. Isn't that right, pal? Huh? Isn't that right? Well, he's yet to answer me when I've asked him a question, which is unfortunate. And he did piss off the neighbor's lights. But you can notice he pulls. Heel. Good boy. And I know that even though I am over here giving him a walk, I also know that if he isn't consistently disciplined or given instruction consistently, that he's not going to follow those instructions or be trained. And I've also found that an untrained dog is not a recipe for a particularly happy home environment for him or anybody else. And no, I'm not going to take a video of him going to the bathroom because that would be disgusting. And yes, I've got a bag, so I will pick up his stuff when he is finished because I am a good neighbor and responsible. But I can't blame the dog for being untrained and being a dog. And I also know that the dog is smart. He listens. And when he's with me, he follows my lead. He understands I'm in charge. I am the alpha. And we get along just fine. Although I am noticing I'm not a huge fan of this haircut because he kind of looks like a fox. Look at his tail. His tail should have been cut too. What is that? What kind of look is that? It's like a wild squirrel. You half squirrel? It's like a squirrel. Anyway, he's got a fantastic haircut going there, but that tail is too much, or not cut enough. And I know he's a good boy, and I know he's smart, but I also know that the lack of structure and discipline is a problem. He doesn't listen, and every time I take him for a walk, he pulls aggressively, and he barks like crazy if he sees anything. Really anything. He sees a dog, forget about it. If he sees another animal, forget about it. If he sees another human, he's typically okay. But even right now, I'm the only one who can take him for a walk in my family because I'm the only one strong enough to control him. But the odds of him breaking free and getting hit by a car are extremely high. And I don't want that to happen, but I suspect there's a high probability of it happening if anybody else tries to take him for a walk, because none of them are as strong as me. And even worse, it's high risk for my parents to come over and visit because he gets so excited, he jumps and can knock people over. And he's almost knocked me over before. I'm not really mad at him, although I don't love it, but I understand. I know that there are no rules when I'm not there, and I'm not there. So he's just excited to see me, and I'm excited to see him, but I'd be lying if I told you I look forward to walking in the door, because I know what's going to happen. He's going to jump up and almost knock me over, which I can handle. And I know I'm getting older, but I'm still in good shape, and I can still take a, well, here he goes. And yeah, I bagged up his stuff and we are back on our way home. But anytime I walk in the house, I know he's going to run me over or attempt to. He's going to be so excited, he's going to charge at me and jump on me with his full strength. And again, it's not out of being a bad dog or being malicious or any of those things. He's just fired up to see me. And again, I can take it for now, and I hope I'll be able to take it in the future. But he almost knocks over my kids every time they come home. He almost knocks over My parents, which are much more high risk, I'm terrified that he's going to knock over my mother or my father, and they're going to break a hip or much worse. And let me just tell you, I've spent a fortune on dog training, and we hired the expert. When I say we, what I really mean to say is I hired the expert in dog training, and they guaranteed their work. So off he went to doggy boot camp. And I will not tell you how many thousands of dollars that was, but it was very expensive. And at the end of it, the trainer was incredibly impressed. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hello. Come on, come on. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good job. Come on, pal. Let's go. Come. And we just got a real-time sample size of what it's like sometimes when he sees other dogs. Now, you might not have been able to tell, but there were 3 dogs that were in a stroller. There was a, what I assume to be a mother and daughter walking the dogs in a stroller, which that's kind of the first time I've ever seen that before. But you could see he reacted, and he's strong. And if there was a car coming and my grip wasn't as strong as it is, he would have got hit by it. But that little incident derailed my story about the trainer. So yeah, I spent a fortune finding a trainer who guaranteed their work, and off he went to doggy boot camp. And at the end of it, the trainer came back and said, he is incredibly smart. He's an incredibly good dog. He was very simple to train. All you have to do is use the stimulation collar anytime he acts out. And if that is done consistently, well, then you have a trained dog that listens. And you will have a very happy experience with the dog. But as you might imagine, that's not what happened, and not from lack of effort on my side, but it was never consistently deployed. It was never what actually happened. Well, he is officially walked, and he did his business, and now I'm leaving. Which is really just a long way of getting to, if you let, or if I let the inmates run the asylum, well then chances are there's not going to be any peace. And while I don't mind a little bit of chaos here and there, because a little bit of chaos tends to be a lot of fun, I definitely don't want to live in a situation where there's a dog or a child or anything that causes complete chaos constantly and cannot and will not be disciplined. Or I should say that differently, anything that resembles any of those two things will not be tolerated or received by everyone that lives there, which is why I'm leaving. And I don't take umbrage with anybody, and I'm not mad at anybody or have any resentments around any of that, as evidenced by the fact I wanted to take him for a walk, and I like to because I know I'm the only one who can. But I also know that that is not the way that dog deserves to live. He needs to be free, and so do I. And I want everybody to be free too. So go out there, win the day, win the week, win the year, and just know that if nobody's told you today, just know I love you.